Hello YouTube, this is Civils and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for November 4th, and today we will be playing Star Captain, going from Derelict Starship to Silent Promenade, and then up against Argoloth. Um, those are some pretty rough setups for Star Captain. So, one thing that we actually kind of were just discussing over at the playtester Discord is, well, I mean, this is my opinion in general. So I was discussing this over there, and other people seem to agree. Is that Star Captain, when they removed stats in Season 3 in order to have sets, but you can still get stats using sets, one of the big people who got hit with that was Star Captain, because you could no longer like just keep scaling your frostbite damage and use that in order to make all your actions efficient. I still didn't think that frostbite was good in season 2 because you pretty much needed to put absolutely everything into it and then it was good. And like in this game, in a roguelike, you need things that can work at least at medium investment. And so, with Star Captain, of course, being aimed around applying frostbite, dealing frostbite, it's not all that they do, but it's obviously like their core identity and how a lot of people play them. With stats being lost so that you can't scale frostbite, you can't scale their damage as easily in general. They definitely fell behind quite a lot. And Frostbite in general was, first off, the Frostbite set isn't treated anywhere near as fairly as the rest of the status sets. And then on top of that, like a lot of Frostbite was just straight up taken out of early game, and it's now almost exclusively in late game. That's not necessarily true, but stuff like Frozen Finger got moved into something completely different. It's no longer a frost set. It's just very hard to build into it just because of how lopsided it is. It just something that sort of happened, I guess. But so you're kind of stuck with like impact physical Star Captain, which is okay. But again, we lost a ton of stats, and that has some repercussions. So we're really going to need some good random bindings here, especially with healing pools only restoring 3 HP. I can't remember if they actually fixed this correctly or not, but if they did, then that's kind of a huge deal. And vestiges cannot be dropped. Good to know. And they're giving us Blaze of Brigade, so it's not even like they're giving us a set that's actually going to help us much. Alright. Like, this could end up helping us. If we're doing like a physical or hit Star Captain, then the Molten set does give binding multiplier, which is a good source of multiplier. Mercurial there is pretty good. Otherwise, we got Smoke Bomb and Pilfer. Pilfer obviously doesn't help Star Captain at all, just makes us more money. And we need to be picky about the things that we're buying because of the fact that we can't drop vestiges. So Smoke Bomb's going to have to pretty much carry us here. Mission Leader into Smoke Bomb's good. Cryoclasm by itself is good. Cryoclasm into Smoke Bomb. Proc a lot of Frostbite. Chalazer is quite honestly, I would say, one of the worst bindings in the game right now, or one of the worst basic bindings in the game. Inflict +1 stack of Frostbite, I'd rather not. We could definitely use this bleed. Like, that's pretty nice to see. Do we bite? I don't know if we should be biting. What would I reroll for? Another Molten, maybe? He would have to actually apply So I guess, what is it? The Magma Miner gloves? Or not the Magma... Burnicle Gauntlets? Burnicle Gauntlets would be pretty good here. Misting Bells is also relatively good. Decayed Binding's okay. Oh my goodness, what the heck is going on downstairs? I'm willing to pick up Decayed Binding. It's gonna have to be good. Again, I'm not worried about spending all that money re-rolling there because it really doesn't matter with how much money we make now. You just had to move over here. That was like almost perfect, and then you ruined it. We might be okay. We did it. That was pretty much all Decayed Binding there. Eye of the Storm is going to carry us. If this thing is still bugged, holy crap. Like, it's delish. That's all I have to say about it. And if that's the case, I actually want some more Enchanted in the set. So go ahead, give me this. We can grind that down, so we're okay with picking that up. Another Decayed Binding. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You don't really have much here. I'm almost willing to take a Sea Breach. Another green on Smoke Bomb also wouldn't be terrible. Having something on Eye of the Storm, now that we have the most busted Ascension in the game, also doesn't seem bad. We'll go ahead, we'll hit a Sea Breach. Let's see what sort of spice they have, though. Another Mercurial is much appreciated. Duplicate a Vestige. I don't like taking this because I don't know if this is going to hurt our score. It's my only problem with it. Otherwise, if it scores you, then you lose HP, then that's fine. I don't think that's how it works. So we're just going to go ahead, spend 20 HP to duplicate a Vestige, and we'll take this, and now we have the most inordinate amount of damage that I have ever seen in the history of anything. Alright. Actually, take me here. I think with 3 Decayed Bindings, we really don't afraid anything. Oh, jeez, I almost screwed that up. If everybody could get into a nice centralized location, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. I think we're going to take damage on this fight. I don't know how we avoid that. This actually isn't bad up here. Put it on a slasher. They're actually going to survive long enough for us to like hit this a couple of times. Flap, flap. And then it's just not close enough. Okay. Well, that is what it is. We're not going to take any damage at least. We have this turn to solve all of this. I don't know if we can. Pretty much going to have to be 2 of these. Yeah, we're not going to get a perfect, but at least we're going to make some money, I guess. I want everybody to swarm up here if possible. Thank you. Alright. 1 turn deficit. Not bad. Still perfect health. And now we're kind of looking for an ambusher. On gaining shield, smite the nearest enemy. I'm really not feeling that. Gain 1 stack of frostbite to all enemies. Eh. Ulamas is an ambusher set. So for the first 2 turns, we get crit on all of our bindings. That's kind of crazy. Look out, it's another ambusher set. This one we'd be able to grind. Gives us a little bit of movement speed. Yep. Okay. And now we got Ambusher 6, so now we've got this for 3 turns. Huge amount of damage. We still need to figure out how to get other damage multipliers into there, because it by itself is not very good. Is that honestly just an uncommon augment? I don't want to pick up a ton of stuff. I guess we can get away with grinding some stuff, but then we hit the shop before the boss. It's just a little awkward. Let's get an augment. Oh. Okay, let's not get bopped by this spiny guy. That was actually quite insane. I guess we're fine. Okay. Keep that for next turn then. Pretty easy stuff. Oh no. We can't possibly keep getting away with this, can we? Not necessary. Potent smoke. That's plus 50%. That's not bad. Just wish that we were reducing that cooldown. Which we can do. Except the game says no. Increase range and bounce distance. Honestly, if we can get this to the one that hits 3, this starts to actually become a good skill. Here I was saying that it's hard to become a hit star captain, and we are just popping off. We might as well liquidate one of these decayed bindings here. Really nothing else for us here. And in fact, we might as well take a look at the shop and make sure that there's nothing here that's actually better for us to grind than this decayed binding that gives us crap tons of damage. No, but I want to keep Future Willer. Okay, game. So we have Ambusher 9 before the first boss. I think that's worth losing another 50% damage, although it do be multiplicative though. That was 100% worth it. Otherwise, this isn't bad. Gives us magic damage, which we use. We won't get shadow, negative damage resist, who cares, and some omni damage. This is the damage scaling that we kind of need to put into this build. I think I'm willing to grab that. Let me just take a look here. Defensive mode gains 3 spikes. It's not bad. I think I'm willing to make Cryoclasm more efficient. We will be able to use it every turn now. And the thing is am I going to grind this? If anything, I want to keep this slot open for something like another Future Willer. I'm probably going to grind this. Yeah, that... If it wasn't for the fact that we couldn't discard things, I would probably happily take that. Alright. You guys ready for this? I don't think you is. Yeah, we need to get this thing's damage up. Otherwise, we're looking great. I think we honestly take both of these. We should phase Homeboy here. Leave that for next turn. We might as well steal from you. Probably should have stolen from one of the bits. Might as well pre-queue one of those. Get some extra shielding here. Get some bleed out there. Well, we're going to take damage, which means that we're not going to get a perfect, so it really doesn't matter where we're at. We might as well position ourselves in a good location. And GG. Oh, hold up. We should steal from somebody. I always forget to do that. Six health loss, we know about that, but it doesn't actually deduct from boss encounters because that's currently bugged. I'm thinking. I guess we should have cared. I forgot that. I forgot that this wasn't full heal. We definitely should have avoided that damage. Steal additional quilling seems nice. I honestly just give me devastating smoke bomb. I want to use this thing all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. So Hidden Mist isn't bad. We gain crit every turn. Yeah, every turn we get crit. So Hidden Mist basically still dazes, it inflicts marked and precise, which just allows us to do disgusting amounts of damage. It's probably the right move. It is the right move. I just love Smoke Bomb so much. Okay, let's get this out of our inventory. Otherwise, I think everything else is fine, right? Like, all these are good. But we need to be on the lookout for better augments. Oh, we need a way to heal, I just realized. Whew, okay. Because we can't heal, so when we took -20, it actually... That's rough. That is the perfect lineup, thank you. And let's just actually go ahead and do that, I guess. I was mistaken, but this should still be fine. For some reason, I thought that was the last wave. This being free is kind of huge for us. Inflict Hex and Shatter to your primary target. That's a damage multiplier we don't have. I actually think that that might be better than saving a will. We don't always have it on people, but when we're trying to focus down a single target, that's when we're going to see it. Of these options, go ahead and give me Frosty Leader, I guess. Like, it's not worth re-rolling. Give me a Binding Empowerment. I need to make Eye of the Storm good. Steal HP. Well, it's something. We need it. Inflict Hex would have been great. Oh, we can pilfer from multiple people? Okay, hold up. Otherwise, this is really all we care about, which just makes it unfortunate that we took this. I guess this would have been prepared then, so we wouldn't have had room for it, but honestly, like, this is, we want to hex things because we want to hit things with Eye of the Storm for a ton of damage. So this is actually okay. I'm trying to convince myself that that's not a throw, simply because just to get this on something more efficient. I still think that that's the case, yeah. We can go to a Superior Vault at this point. Am I a joke to you? Why do you do this? We have no pulls. It's a waste of a mark, but we'll be fine. Is everybody... Everybody is not close to you. Are you close to him? No. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this like this then. Which is honestly quite annoying. Oof. So close. That's unfortunate. Not a lot of points, but that's a lot of points lost. Can I steal from you, please? I need the HP and the money. Two health lost. Man, we need like a verdant seed or something. This is doing nothing for us. This would give us Molten 2 for no reason. We could grind it. We could try to get some crit damage in on this. I'm just not feeling it. Okay. The shock is interesting, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's just take Trailblazer. We can liquidate up here. So what do I want? Reduce the cooldown of Pilfer by 1, since that's healing us now. Do I want to get 10% crit chance and 40% crit damage? Seems decent. Starts getting better after that. I don't see why it can't be that. Otherwise, we could get Molten 3, which is another 30% bonus attack binding to enemies with burn. We don't really burn things still. It's still just the nearest enemy after each turn. So it's not really reliable bossing at all. I think that we can go ahead and just liquidate these Twin Fangs. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that we're not really getting a lot of damage in actuality. We're not getting any scaling whatsoever. It's kind of terrible. Heroic Vault might fix that, maybe. We'll actually have Reaver 3 because of Luma's. You know, earlier today we had Weaver that was able to vacuum seal people. It'd be kind of nice to still have that. This is pretty good, though. Very happy with those results. And just a bunch more chompies. Just redo that. Hit that. You have more than enough will to handle that. Here we go. There's our healing. I think we 100% take this. It's also somehow Reaver. So we get some more crit damage every single turn. Kind of nice. Every time that we use Shielding Cryoclasm, we get 3 shield. I'll admit that's pretty freaking good. Quicken Pilfer also seems pretty good, but we have our source of healing now. We don't really have to rely on this, so... Shielding Cryoclasm. I wonder if that actually pops off every time we hit Eye of the Storm. If that's the case, we're literally unkillable? That can't be right. Right. Let's go to this Vestigal Shrine. This is Event 3, I believe. So yeah, we're going through to the shop to look for anything we might want. That is another Reaver. Gets us up to Reaver 5 for plus 100% critical damage. Scorch Request. I don't really care about curios, to be honest. This is just such an odd... I guess I haven't looked at everything that has curios on it. But what? Yeah, it's looking like this is crafted siphons, and we liquidate it. Gives us Inventor, which is only first turn right now, but it could build into something. I'm happy about it. And do we want Augs? Probably. One cooldown? Can you have multiple Eye of the Storms on you? No, we need to increase that impact damage. Was definitely tempting, though, I'll tell you that. all these are pretty garbo. I guess of everything here, like... I want to say Frosty Chalazer is probably the easiest one to grab, but that's actually not true. We don't use all of our Frostbite, so that's literally a 0 integer. Spike Leader at least pops off, but then it blocks things in the future. We might honestly just walk away from this. I guess I wasn't thinking that my green Augs were possibly that bad. I need to steal from you. And I need to hit you with that. It does not shield me. So maybe they fixed this? Definitely doesn't seem like it. We're dealing 63. I guess they did fix it. This used to hit the enemy again. Okay, so I guess we don't have ridiculous damage at all. That would explain a lot. Alright. Like, it clearly says until the end of the turn the secondary hit is triggered each time the primary target is hit by Chalazer or its Ascensions. It used to actually just cast the skill again, which is why I was wondering about shielding Cryoclasm. Well, considering that was turn 1, I think we did pretty well. We get to save our orb. I don't even know if we have to... It's a dangerous gamble. No, we're good. Thank you for charging first. And being a friend. And we'll steal from you, walk past. We actually probably want to be like somewhere around here. Alright. Easy clap fight. Concern. Taking 6 here, 3 bits from you, so then if we shield, we're still not quite gonna... Okay. Guess I didn't realize that we were gonna have to use this bad boy right here. Gotta make sure to kill you. Then you. You got a loot box. Dope. Heal me another 3. I think we're barely going to get to the end there. Okay, so what is this? This is 2 nearby enemies can also chain to allies, granting omni damage. I think this is kind of what we want. Technically, Freezing Ray does something for us, but I really don't think that that's something that we're going for here. You know, we lost all of our stats. That's what the issue was. Good lord. When did I do that? So this is probably Stimulate. which I've never taken before. We can steal an orb. That's actually quite good too. We can't have them all though. Technically brings this down to... We'd be able to use this every 2 turns. We don't need the money though. That's the thing. It would be simply to get an orb out of it, which essentially makes it free, reduces all other cooldowns. We'd be able to use Hidden Mist more. Okay. I'll allow it. Still very concerned about this boss here. Honestly, these elites could be difficult. Like, this does a lot of damage. Maybe I just needed to reduce cooldown again and have the plus 75. Because this thing, like, carries us. That uses a drone. Alright, we got 2 orbs here for next turn, looking pretty good. I mean, might as well take that. Gonna take this, we want to steal. Alright. We're gonna have 50 health. On gaining a crit, gain stacks of Shattered Will. I could honestly see grinding this just to get another Reaver. It's close to Reaver 8, which is pretty freaking good for us. And also Inventor to gain a shock every single turn. I don't know how this build plays against Arloth, though. There is yet another Inventor. Sentinel Drone damage increases by 2 every time you attack with a Sentinel Drone up to 50 times. Once at 50 stacks, all allies gain an additional Sentinel Drone using Mission Leader. We don't really use Mission Leader. We use Stimulate and Hidden Mist to get our drones for the most part. Thanks, though. Frozen Statue isn't bad. Quandary Machine isn't terrible. It gives us what we want. I guess Inkbound? What are we getting rid of, though? Like, we're just gaining a ton of crit chance. Technically, this is -2 CDR per turn, which is pretty dang good for Hidden Mist. Yeah, what are we getting rid of? Our 3rd Decay Binding? Sounds about right. Or we could grind our teeth on a string. Like, that would require us to pilfer 2 enemies and full block. Kinda spiced. Plus 60 damage to both hits. Holy lord, hold up. Finally. It's a good skill. I didn't realize they put a plus 60 there. It's a bit cracked. Anyways. I can see Inkbound. it would pretty much have to replace Decayed Binding. It wouldn't make sense anywhere else. We could just grind this for Inventor. The thing is that if we don't leave an open slot, then we don't obviously have anything going on here. If there is something to sell, though, or sorry, not sell, that gives shielding, we want it. That's kind of what I'm worried about. If we get Nims, that would probably be best because it gives us plus 10 HP and daces all enemies. I think Quandary Machine will actually stack up pretty well in this setup. But I think we're just going to liquidate it for shock. Oh, there's this too. Almost missed that. Like, I could see re-rolling here for something other than Inkredo. Inkredo just seems like it's good enough. Let's do some re-rolling. Primuscentium. That seems like it actually could be pretty good here. Like, it's not going to do all of our shielding, but we have technically 3 shielding a turn because we're going to use Eye of the Storm. We have a Helmet Crab, so that's 5 shielding a turn. Maybe we use Trailblazer for 4 shielding. And yeah, I think that Primuscentium is going to secure this for us. We have to kill at least 2 tentacles, so Teeth on a String is going to work. And yeah, I don't think that there was a lot of waste in there. Just taking a look here, Vulcus's Bond Enhancer is intriguing, but I just don't think so. Controlled Explosives actually is pretty good for us, but we can't afford it, and we can't drop anything. So this janky Ambusher 9, Inventor 3, Reaver 6 is what we're with. Who has my shock? Don't be Argoloth. You son of a bitch. How did I know? If I hit you, you only hit one other target, and that's this tentacle right in front of me. That's kind of garbo. I'm afraid I'm gonna kill you. Well, let's start with this. I'm totally gonna kill you, but at least there's no overkill. We're going to take some free damage, which is going to give us more shielding next turn. We phased you this turn, so you should have my phase 2 tentacles up here. Get close enough to the power orb. Get ready to pop these. Actually, now we want to be down here. And before we do that, we want to steal from you. Okay. I kind of want to be up here, I think. Well, that was a mistake. That's like the most efficient kill I think I've ever seen. Oh, snap. We forgot to take this. Over here talking about how cool we are. Okay. We also haven't been positioning ourselves to amp ourselves and give ourselves drones. We should be okay. Emphasis on should. Am I seriously gonna miss you? Because it's kind of looking like I'm gonna miss you. Oh man. Okay, we're getting a turn penalty. We really needed a phase there. I really don't want to do anything with this. Who's shocked? Okay, game. Man, it's kind of nasty how often we gotta battle the game. Yeah, that's a turn penalty. We got close, though. It's at least perfect. The turn penalty is worth less than getting perfect, so we got that going for us, I guess. Steal from you again. Unless I miscounted turns? Nah, it was an extra turn. That's what I thought. Still not bad, considering that the high score is 47, 70, 50. We only missed it by less than 1,000. And one of that was, well, I don't know, like, it was a little sad that it was because we missed, like, phasing Argoloth in Phase 2 by, like, a little bit, but it almost makes me wonder, like, did I get shock every single time that on the previous turns if I didn't have it that one turn? Regardless, that's just some mad cause bad. That easily could have been solved by me actually like positioning myself to again get the drones, get the omni damage from stimulate, and that could have been solved in that matter. Otherwise, fun run, like absolutely fun. I definitely enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too, or at least found it educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.